Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, misery bots of all ages, back again with another video. This time we talking about how MK11 has sold over 20 million units. Confirmed. Confirmed, bro. But before I get into this video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, because I got the juicy news for you guys on how well MK11 has sold. This game is unstoppable. The game is unstoppable. Mortal Kombat 11, for anybody who's doubting Mortal Kombat 11, Mortal Kombat 11 is the greatest NetherRealm game of all time. Only the second greatest is Mortal Kombat X. And I will say, it could be debatable because I think MKX is actually closer to about 16 million units sold, but we're going to talk about that in this video. So before we do, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Now, some of you guys are wondering, what am I looking at right now? Well, you're looking at a video of mine that I did 4 years ago. 4 years ago. 4 years ago, right here, streamed 4 years ago. Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11. Hold on, let me get nice and close. I need to get intimate with this mic real quick because y'all need to hear me. Y'all need to hear me. Mortal Kombat 11, I did a video 4 years ago, which would put this at around 2022. Now, mind you, we're on 2026 right now. This is February 5th, 2026. I need to time stamp this. I need to time stamp all this information right now because this is juicy information, you know what I mean? Now, 4 years ago, which would put this around 2022, I put a video out that shows that Mortal Kombat franchise has sold 73 million units, right? Right? Now, this particular video is highlighting the fact that Mortal Kombat 11 has sold 12 million units. Now, this is obviously prior to it hitting that 15 million mark that we know it has sold, right? So this must have been a video that I did that was early 2022, because if I'm not mistaken, Mortal Kombat 11 hit 15 million units in November or October of 2022. So it was actually later that year that Mortal Kombat 11 had sold an extra 3 million units, mind you, 3 million units after the game had already came out. You know what I mean? Oh, or after this video had came out. So after I did this video, so it sold an extra 3 million. So like as of right now, it is actually confirmed that Mortal Kombat 11 has sold 15 million units. Right. Now, that's not what I want to talk about though. Like, this is 4 years ago. It was 12 million units. The real thing I want to talk about is the fact that 12 years ago, the Mortal Kombat franchise was at 73 million units. That was 4 years ago, right? Now, most of you guys are saying, it's been 4 years. This is before Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat Legacy Edition and stuff like that. So, obviously, the game sold more. And it has. It has. The Mortal Kombat franchise is now sitting at over 100 million units sold. And this is as of February 5th, 2025. Now, here you can clearly see that, Mortal Kombat 11 sold 15 million units. Mortal Kombat X sold over 10 million units. I think Mortal Kombat 11's X is actually confirmed to be like 12 million units. But we're not, we're not going to, touch too much on that as of right now. Mortal Kombat 1 has exceeded 6.2 million units as of August of 2025. Now, mind you, this is February 2026. So it is possible that by now that game has sold about 7 million units, give or take. Now I need to pull my calculator out, bro. I need to pull the calculator out because we need to do some goddamn math, because people lie, men lie, women lie, people lie, but these numbers don't. You know what I mean? So we're at over, by the way, it says over 100 million units. So we're going to lowball it and we'll just say 100 million units. You know what I mean? We're going to subtract 73 million units. subtract 73 million units. We're going to go ahead and let's highball this. You know what I mean? Let's say Mortal Kombat 1 has already sold 7 million units, right? So we're going to subtract 7 million units. That puts us at 20 million units. Now, mind you, when I put out that video, Mortal Kombat 11 was at 12 million units. So we got to subtract another 3 million because we know it's at 15 million. You know what I mean? So that leaves 7 million units that's unaccounted for. Where did that 7 million units go? Where did that 7 million units go? We know it didn't go to MK1 because that's confirmed to be, a little over 6.2 million units. We have those exact numbers, and that's as of 5 months ago. You know what I mean? 5 months ago. So where did that units go? I mean, if you look at the Steam charts, Mortal Kombat 1 on Steam, you have 900 people playing Mortal Kombat 1. You look at MKX, you still have, 300 people, 350 people playing Mortal Kombat X, or at least on Steam. And if you go to MK11, you still have 1,400 people playing MK11. That's more people playing MKX, and that's more people that's playing than MK1 playing MK11. Now, granted, it's a console game. Mortal Kombat is a console game. Let's be real. It's not really a PC game, so the numbers being low on PC don't really matter much. But I put out videos showing that Mortal Kombat 11 is still played more on Xbox as of 2025 than Mortal Kombat 1 and even X. So it's a very popular game. You know what I mean? Mortal Kombat 11, I say that to say that Mortal Kombat 11 is a very popular game. Now, some of y'all are saying, 17 million or whatever. There was another game that came out. For those who don't know or don't remember, Mortal Kombat Legacy Edition came out. Now, for those who don't know, Mortal Kombat Legacy Edition was a flop. That joint flopped. Hard body, bro. Hard. But even though we don't have any confirmed numbers, let's just say it sold 1 million between all units, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. It's possible that it probably sold more. Let's not, beat around the bush. It's possible that it sold more. We do know on PC, it only sold about 15,000 units, not even 100,000, of 15,000 units. So it didn't sell well on Steam at all. So let's get that out the way. But for all we know, it probably sold very well on like Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, you know what I mean? So let's highball that. Let's give that 1 million units. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to subtract 1 mil. We're going to subtract 1. All right. That puts us at 16 million units. Now, Mortal Kombat has another game out. And it's not a new game or anything like that. It's the Elder God bundle. Now, we don't know if the Elder God bundle sales are sold separately. We don't know if this accounts if one Elder God bundle game sells, it accounts for 3 games, because the Elder God bundle, for those who don't know, consists of Mortal Kombat 1, 11, and X. It's officially reported. So according to Google, based on research from November 2025, which is only about 3-4 months ago, the Mortal Kombat Elder God bundle has released on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, but there is no specific evidence in the provided data indicating that its sales are reported separately from the general sales figures of the individual games. So we don't know if this thing is being counted as its own game or if it's individual games. But nonetheless, if somebody bought the Elder God bundle, that means they have access to MK11. Now, we know MK11 has sold over 15 million units. So anybody who bought the Elder God bundle is going to have access to MK11 as well as MK1 and MKX. You know what I mean? So that's why we're going to do the math fairly on that. But before we do this, let's continue. Now, if you scroll down to where it says context, the release is viewed as a collection of the modern era of franchise games rather than a new title. rather than new title. So right there, that kind of tells me like it's viewed as a collection of the modern era of franchise rather than a new title. So it's not a new title, which would put it separate. It's viewed as the modern era. So if you bought the bundle, that means it's showing that you have both MK1, MK11, and MKX as separate titles. Huh. We'll see. Now, with our calculations already, you know what I mean, we're already sitting at about 16 million units that's unaccounted for. Mind you, it said over 100 million, but we're lowballing. We're going to stick at 100 million. Now, it's 16 million units unaccounted for. Now, you take that and you divide that, let's say, by 3 games. You know what I mean? We're going to divide that by MK1, MK11, and MKX because we don't know what the Elder God bundle deal is. Is it its own game? Did the Elder God bundle sell 16 million units? We don't know. We don't know that. This is just a bare minimum estimation. Take that, divided by 3, it's about 5.3, 5.3 mil. Something light, you know what I mean? Something light. But if you were to take that, right, and you were to add that 5 million units to the already 15 million units that's been confirmed by NetherRealm, you're sitting at over 20 million units sold by MK11. Now, even if you don't want to say, sales because there's a bundle, yada, 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 that's still over 20 million people who have access to play Mortal Kombat 11. How can you not sit here and tell me that Mortal Kombat 11 is one of the best selling fighting games of all time? How? How can you not hear and tell me that Mortal Kombat 11 is not one of the best fighting games of all time? The shit has sold over 20 million units, or at the very least has over 20 million potential players. That's insane. That is absolutely insane for a game to have, a fighting game at that, to have a potential of over 20 million people playing. Now, mind you, this game doesn't have like cross-play against all platforms. It has cross-play for PlayStation and Xbox, but not across all platforms. Now, granted, if this is the case, then you do have to add an extra 5 million to Mortal Kombat X, which it said 10 million units for MKX. I'm pretty sure MKX is closer to 12 million. So if you were to do that, MKX is now sitting at over 17 million units, which would actually put it as the 3rd best selling fighting game. I think that etches out Street Fighter 2, but don't quote me on that. But it's possible that Mortal Kombat X is either the 4th or 3rd best selling fighting game of all time. Rightfully deserved. Mortal Kombat X is a phenomenal game. And if you were to do that, if you were to like count those numbers separate, it's a Mortal Kombat 1 is, sitting at 7 million. You add another 5 million to that, that's sitting closer to 12, which I won't say it's definitely in the top 10, if I recall correctly, because you do have like Tekken 7 and Street Fighter 5, I believe, and Dragon Ball Fighters or Xenoverse and stuff like that. Those games have also sold around 12 million units. So Mortal Kombat 1 is also a great selling game. And I say that to say this. Mortal Kombat 1, 11, and X are great fighting games. They are. They really are. Different preferences because they are very different games. But I say this, Mortal Kombat is one of the best fighting games of all time. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. In terms of units sold, Mortal Kombat 11 or just Mortal Kombat is the best selling game franchise in history. History. There's a reason for that. The franchise is goated. All right? Big 3, nah. This Mortal Kombat is big 1. It's big 1. It stands on the top of the mountain. Don't let any of these vocal minorities tell you different. All of these people that sit here and they suck off Street Fighter or Tekken and stuff like that because FGC, Mortal Kombat is beyond the FGC. It's beyond it. It's entered barriers that the FGC games wish they entered. All right. With that being said, Mortal Kombat 11 is more than likely sitting at over 20 million units sold. Like, share, subscribe, prove me different. How else do you explain the difference of 73 million units in 2022? Because it says it, and this is a quote by Ed Boon. Not sell as well. You feel me? This is a quote by Ed Boon. May not be able to monetize as well. When Mortal Kombat launched nearly 30 years ago, I never dreamed it would grow into the franchise it is today with more than 73 million games sold. Now that's a quote by Ed Boon. This quote by Ed Boon. 73. It's a quote by Ed Boon. I did this video 4 years ago. In that 4 years, no matter what you do, if you type in how much has the Mortal Kombat franchise has sold, it's going to tell you it's over 100 million. So how do you account? Do the math. Men are going to lie to you. Women are going to lie to you. These numbers are not going to lie to you. You feel me? Do the math. You subtract 100 million units from 73 million and then work from there. That's all you have to do. 100 million units, subtract by 73 million. That gives you a difference of 27 million. Now, we can do the math on some of that. We know that that video that I did, Mortal Kombat 11, was only at 12 million. We know that it was confirmed to be 15 million. And by the way, if you look at this right here, it says Mortal Kombat 11, 15 plus 15 plus million. If you look at Mortal Kombat X, 10 plus million. So they know that it more than likely sold over that amount. But I mean, it's simple math. That's all it is. This is simple math. You got 27. You can account to, you can subtract 3 million because we know that the game at the time was, 12 million. We know it sold at least 15 million. So you can subtract 3. We know that Mortal Kombat 1 has sold 6.2 million. It says exceeded 6.2 million. You can highball it. You can round up or whatever in that situation and say 7 million units, which would make a difference of 17 million. Now, let's say Mortal Kombat 1 hadn't sold anything else. Let's say that. You divide that, let's say, by MKX and MK11, which we know a lot of people have gone back to playing MKX. We don't know if that resulted in sales, but let's say it did. You know what I mean? Let's just say it did. Fuck it. Let's say it did. That means that MKX, which is, if I'm not mistaken, is actually sitting at 12 million, would be at 20 million units. And MK11, which is at confirmed 15 million units, would now be at about 23, almost 24 million units, which is well above the 20 million mark. So, like, I lowballed it when I said it sold 20 million. I lowballed it. Now, even this isn't even a high estimation. This is not even a high estimation. This is like a mid estimation because I divided the number by 2. That's assuming that, more people started buying MKX, which they probably didn't, because we know that MK1 sold 6 million, estimated, rounding up maybe 7 million. And the Legacy Edition flopped. We know that flopped, bro. Like, that joint did not sell. Like, I highballed that for $1 million. You know what I mean? I highballed that for $1 million. So even if we were to highball MK11, right? Let's put that back at 17 million. Let's subtract the $1 million for the Legacy Edition. Assuming nobody else bought any more MK1, any more Legacy Edition, and any MKX. Let's say all of this is for Mortal Kombat 11. Now, Mortal Kombat 11 is sitting at over 30 million units. Highballing it. That's insane. That's insane. Will we ever get the numbers? Maybe not. Maybe not. I would love to get the numbers from WB because at this point, I'm confident saying that Mortal Kombat 11 is well over 20 million. It's at the very least, well over 20 million. Highballing it, over 30 million units sold. WB, publish those numbers. Let us know. Let us know. Confirm that Mortal Kombat 11 is the best fighting game of all time and one of the best-selling fighting games. Well, it already confirmed that, but at least the second best-selling fighting game of all time, because Smash Brothers is at like 40 million. Smash Brothers is ridiculous, but yeah. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, your life is a fantasy.
To them young boys in the hood with big dreams of being superstars, don't let nobody tell you that you can't, but you gotta work super hard. To the older man who feels his life is over cause he wasted it standing on corners, one thing I learned about the streets, it's never too late for a come up. I was told before that I couldn't do it. I remember being told by my own peeps not to rap, and singing in my hood wasn't popular, but I got respect for it cause I was a beast. Facts. If you got a dream, you gotta stay committed, you can get it, but you gotta be a beast, you can't slack for a minute. Remember this, if you remember nothing else, you gotta be relentless.